Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic Saturday, wherever you are around the world. It's been a very, very good day, hasn't it, chat? Look, Liverpool have won, of course. The new era under Arne has begun, and it did begin with a victory as well, away to Ipswich. Obviously, goals, obviously, due to, again, Mr. Reliable in terms of Mohamed Salah, bagging yet again another goal in the opening day of the Premier League, and of course Diogo Jota as well, getting the goals for Liverpool as well. Obviously, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below if you're watching live or on the repeat as well. Your overall, thoughts on the game. Of course, man of the matches. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. Not going to be a long show. Of course, it'll only be about 15, 20 minutes, half an hour long anyway. But let me know again how all of you are in the comment section down below from, of course, Liverpool winning and beating Ipswich. Anyway, howdy, Hero as well, saying didn't see it or hear it live on the radio. Gonna find a replay now. How was it? Tale of two halves, really. Look, first half Liverpool were poor. I don't think anyone's gonna hide away from that fact that Liverpool were severely poor. Like it wasn't the greatest first halves. Again, I think Arne after the game has spoken about how every player lost individual duels. I think Liverpool, certainly the midfield three, I think won something like 3 out of 11 duels during that first half, which again is not great. Which of course then caused him to make the tactical change, bringing on Ibu Kanate for Jarell Konza, which allowed us to push us up the field about 10-15 yards, which then allowed Liverpool, of course, to be more fluent going forward, and of course allowed us then to break the lines a lot more. Obviously, past the hour mark, Liverpool completely put their mark on the game. And of course, from the 60th minute on, again, Liverpool didn't look back in that sense. And look, for the first game, of course, Arne Slot making history in that sense, in terms of him winning his first, being the first Liverpool manager in Premier League history to win their opening game of the season, or their opening competitive game of the season anyway. So when you look at it like that, great start. You can't really complain much more about that. But look, there was definitely some not concerning things, because again, look, obviously first competitive game, new system, new style. You can understand, there been a bit, a few hiccups compared to what it was in pre-season, but the positive signs as well. Certainly the second half, Liverpool looked really, really attacking, really, really good, fluent football. Again, there was certain aspects of it, especially certain goals that didn't happen in terms of fluent play between, again, Ryan Gravenberch, Mo Salah, Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz. Like there were so many chances that Liverpool created in that second half. It was night and day compared to the first half. So again, I'll quickly find the stats as well for the first and second half, but just overall in general, it was completely different performances. But again, this towards the second half was much, much better, and very, very good to see that the early signs of slot ball. And it was exciting. It was really, really exciting. Anyway, because for me, just speaking in a general consensus, for me, my man of the match goes to Ryan Gravenberch. I thought he had an absolutely stellar performance in the six. Look, we all say Liverpool need a number six in this transfer window. But if Ryan Gravenberch can continue the way he's going, then again, not necessarily saying, oh, look, we don't need a number six, because we do. Like, it's plain and obvious. But the performance that he individually set today, again, it's a very, very high standard coming into the football club. Again, when we speak about players taking on obviously new responsibilities, obviously compared to what it was like under Jurgen Klopp, Arne Slot now, I think, fully sees Ryan Gravenberch in this position. For example, as well, look, he made 48 out of 46 out of 48, 48 out of 56 passes, of course, 86% accuracy. In terms of duels, he won 7 out of 11 duels, which again is great in that sense. As well, obviously, won one aerial duel, one possession back 9 times as well. So again, overall, a very, very good afternoon for Ryan Gravenberch. And look, not even that, like even one of the goals, I think it was Mo's goal, wasn't it? Look, he takes the half turn, sprints forward again, allows the pass then to Trent, and then Trent can slot that ball into Mo Salah. Mo Salah then does what he does and finish the game off. And I think actually no, that was Diogo Jota's goal. Obviously, he passed across to Jota and then slotted it away in that sense. But overall, it was a very promising performance from Liverpool, especially towards the second half. I wouldn't necessarily say the first half was great, but I don't think it was that bad either. Considering as well, by the way, Ipswich should have been down to 10 men. I'm going to mention that now. Of course, obviously, I think, is it Wes Burns? I think it is. Obviously got a yellow card and then should have been sent off for a deliberate handball. Wasn't done. Would that have made the game easier or harder for Liverpool? Probably harder, knowing our luck and the way it goes. But no, I think overall, Liverpool, this is something to be positive about in terms of, again, first win of the season. Opening day, it's very, very promising. But also as well, when it comes to, you look at the team structurally, there were times that Liverpool looked nervous, and at times, of course, obviously the first 15, 20 minutes was that. It was a nervous wreck. Trying to play this new style, obviously a lot more possession based, which is something, again, it's not new towards Liverpool, but again, certain players, like for me, Andy Robertson in that first half in particular did struggle a little bit. And I don't think we should hide away from the fact of that. Did look a bit nervous. Second half looked completely different because, of course, Liverpool playing a lot higher in that aspect. But look, the main standouts, and I said it on Twitter, for me, the main standouts today was, again, like I said, Ryan Gravenberch was for me my man of the match. I also did say Jota, Mo Salah, Dom Szoboszlai, I thought in the second half were much, much better. And the standouts, I thought Maka had a decent game as well, but not like the clear standouts, if that makes sense. Anyway, but Chris saying great win. Great way to start the season, a win and a clean sheet off the first half. Off in the first half, but second half we were breathtaking. Loving Slot already, ruthless with Konza, cool and calm and celebration. Yeah, exactly. And that's something as well that I think is exciting. It is truly exciting to look at as well. The fact that he was not afraid to take off Jarell Konza. He said it. I think in the press conference, not press conference, the post show I think they do on TNT, where he came on and he said, look, it wasn't just singling him out, but look, he was losing too many duels. We didn't look great tactically, so he made the tactical change to bring on Ibu Konate, and that is refreshing to see, because look how many times last season or even seasons past, maybe under Jurgen, where he would stick with a certain player and then it'd be too late then to change them, and then Liverpool then drop points in that sense as well. So look, it's very promising and it's exciting. This new approach and obviously the new regime, but it is truly exciting to see the difference as well, because that then allowed Liverpool to push more forwards, especially as well. It hasn't been really mentioned as well is the tactical change as well a little bit with Szoboszlai. Look, Trent was moving more infield, moving a lot further up the pitch. Sometimes he was even in the number 10 position for Liverpool, and Szoboszlai was a bit further, further back. That I don't mind, because it worked out in the end. Like Liverpool, we created so many chances, or big chances. It should have been a lot more than 2-0. And also as well defensively, we looked really, really good in that second half. The one thing I will say, though, and we were just speaking a little bit about this just now, this thing on corners when we're only keeping one player behind, what's up with that? I don't get that. Like, was it the big chance that they had and Trent was running all the way back and managed to get back? Like, that was terrifying. Like when you're watching, obviously, Trent running back, you think, oh, Jesus Christ, they're going to score again. Hopefully that's just because of the team. And if that was against a Man City, that's hopefully not what we're going to do on corners. But look, keeping it positive, it was again a very solid second half as well. Anyway, but it is a really positive start as well. But Slot also pushing away stupid questions, which is really, really good. Big up Andrew as well, saying, afternoon, Connor. Hope you're well. First half wasn't great, but the second half absolutely phenomenal. Thank God Konza wasn't injured. It was a great tactical switch from Arne. Yeah, 100%. And look, it's wonderful to see, isn't it? As well, the tactical change. Van Dijk, my man of the match, but was close between the lot of them. Yeah, I can again let us know your man of the matches as well, chat. For me, it was Ryan Gravenberch. I thought again, solid game for Ryan. Again, if he can continue that, which again now I think Slot. It was very interesting with Slot's squad because again he's got everybody fit, which obviously we'll speak a little bit, of course, on the Joe Gomez stuff because in a little bit. But I think it's interesting that Bicetic wasn't in the squads. I think it was interesting that Tyler Morton wasn't in the squads. Did think I was surprised. I think the correct word is in terms of Wataru Endo was also there. Of course, didn't get any minutes. Obviously, Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, these players didn't get minutes. But look, I'm really surprised Endo was on the bench, considering all pre-season, it's been quite well documented that Slot doesn't really rate him, neither, to be fair. But take of two, obviously, Taylor two offs as well. Says Ozan, big up Ozan. TH said, positive start, game one with half an hour to go. How Man City and Arsenal do it. Yeah. Again, it's not 100 miles an hour 100% of the time, is it? And that will save us more into the season and the longer we go into competitions as well. Jota should have had a brace. Mo Salah should have scored another two. Luis Diaz should have scored a hat trick. Like, again, there were so many good opportunities today, and that's something Slot will work on the training ground, and hopefully Liverpool will get a lot better with it throughout the season. Sorry, chat, my nose absolutely itching me as well. But I'm glad we got Sabozlai and Gravenberch last summer because those two was outstanding today. Yeah, 100%. They were. I think, look, it's very. I think Slot said it, didn't he? It's normal for us to expect or like want signings here, there, and everywhere. And I think like everyone is right in the sense that Liverpool need a number 6 because if Gravenberch gets injured, it's then what's next then for Liverpool? Are you then going to put Maka in the 6? Are you going to put Sabozlai as an 8, or alongside the double pivot? Are you going to do? Are you going to bring in Wataru Endo that's not really fit in the system? Like, I did think it was interesting, mind what Slot had to say after, when he also said, we've got a really good bunch of midfielders, but it would be nice to add one more. That's interesting. I think, look, of course, we all know he wants to add a 6. That's probably all he wants to add, unless, of course, departures happen. But I'd be really surprised if Liverpool didn't sign a number 6 this summer. I'd be really surprised. Because today was, again, really, really good. But if you get 1 or 2 injuries, that then looks a bit, a bit worse in that aspect. That, again, you're potentially asking other people to play a position they don't really play either. But we could turn to Newcastle, saying, if you want Gomez, give us Bruno G. There's no chance they'll do that, Andrew, as well. But speaking of Joe Gomez, of course, obviously didn't feature today. I think it's an interesting one because we've known throughout the summer, basically, now that he wants to leave Liverpool, or it looks like he wants to leave. I was very surprised that there wasn't a transfer ready, or like I did think that when the news broke that he wasn't in the squad and he hadn't travelled and it looks like there's going to be a transfer, I thought it was imminent. I thought, look, it looks like it's going to be Joe Gomez going to leave the club, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. But then there's no bid, supposedly. There's nothing suggesting that anything is imminent. It's just that Joe Gomez wants to leave Liverpool. He wants to go and find a new football club, which is fine. I think we said this a couple of weeks back that, look, if Joe Gomez does want to leave Liverpool, if he wants to have a new adventure, look, Liverpool shouldn't stand in his way, and I don't think they would. But Liverpool want the price tag that they want. Look, they're not going to go, okay, you've been with us for how many years? That you've been with us for 9 years. We're not going to let you go for 20, 30 million. We want to sell you for 45, 50 million potentially as well, which again, when you look at teams around the Premier League, especially Newcastle, look, they're trying to sign Mark Gay for, was it 65 million euros or pounds or however much it is, and they can't get it done. Look, Liverpool should be demanding that type of money. Like, look, Joe Gomez is a very, very good player. Yeah, again, he wants to be centre half, he wants to play regular first team football. Again, if you're going to be paying that type of money, you'd expect to be starting week in, week out. And I think, look, it might be a domino effect with him. Again, it might be the case that Palace sell Guy and then maybe Palace going for Joe Gomez. That would also be interesting. But I think at the moment, look, it'll be a really busy 2 weeks, I think, for Liverpool. In terms of selling and hopefully buying anyway. But speaking more on the game, then of course, like next week, Brentford, I think more or less probably going to stick with the same team. Going through it, Ali, decent game. Trent, I think probably maybe Ibu might come in for Drell Konza, even though I think Konza did a really, really good job in that first half. But of course, tactical wise, maybe Ibu might be a bit better. Virgil, Robbo, keep that the same. Keep the same midfield and probably keep the same front three as well. Look, no minutes for Harvey Elliott, no minutes for Darwin Núñez. They will get minutes for sure, 100%. But hopefully, throughout the season, maybe Darwin Núñez may integrate himself more into the team. Obviously, Arne Slot believes Darwin Núñez could be amazing. His words, in itself. But at the minute, he's happy with Diogo Jota. And I think that's something where, at the moment, when Jota is fit, he most likely does start for Liverpool at the present moment in time. But we will just have to wait and see for that as well. But for me, like I said, chat, let me know your man of the matches in the comments. For me, I'd go 100% for Ryan Gravenberch. I know we did have some other shouts earlier as well. Big up Dan as well, saying we need a defensive midfielder, a left-sided centre-back and a right winger. True, I would agree 100% mate on that anyway. But I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Anyway, big thank you to everyone for tuning in. Sorry it's such a short post-match. Again, we'll probably speak a bit more about it tomorrow. Of course, I know plenty of people will be wanting to watch the football as well, so I'm going to shoot off anyway. But if you are watching this on the repeat as well, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. Very much appreciate it as always. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. Good win for Arne Slot and the new era, and hopefully, another win next week would be absolutely perfect to make it obviously 2 out of 2 anyway. But of course, we'll be live tomorrow, probably tomorrow night. We'll be live, and of course, we'll be live 9 p.m. usually every single night anyway. But until next time, that's gonna be it from me. I've been calling out from the Cop Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.